Primus, Mr. Krinkle. Alright, so obviously this is done on a cello in the recording, but I don't have a cello. So we're going to do our best here to adapt it for just a regular 4-string bass. And it will be standard tuning here. And I think we can get through it pretty well. Just put a little bit of distorted fuzz on there and should be good. So I'll play through all the different sections for you, the bass parts and guitar parts. And then afterwards, I'll go back through and give you all the details. Okay, so do me a favor and hit that subscription button. Alright, that'd be really cool. Help out the channel. I'd appreciate it. Alright, and let's jump right in. Okay, so we get this intro cello riff here, and like I said, we'll just be using a regular bass and get some fuzz tone on there. Okay, just so we get it kind of raspy and nasty sounding, kind of like that cello. And we're going to be here where we're going to hit 3rd fret, top string on the E, and then quickly we go 5 to 6 on the A, slide it. Okay, back to 5. And then we go 3, 5. Okay. Okay, it's just a really quick thing that you reel off there. And then following that up, we go 5 to 6, slide again on the A, 3 to 5. Alright, and then we just bend that 3 on the E slowly. Okay, so slowly now, it'd be something like... Okay, and once the verse gets going, we get into this pattern now, where we start with the open A, slide that up to 5, okay, come off to 3, back to 5, okay, so it's something like, alright, now we hit 3 on the D, and then go 5A, 3A. Alright, so now it starts kind of following the vocal. Okay, and then the second part of that, we pretty much do the same thing all the way up to that last 5, but then we just cut it there. We don't add that last 3 on the A. So it would just be... Alright, so slowly, that little pattern there. Alright, and we would go through that whole thing a few times, and then eventually we get to this kind of end of verse pattern where we're just hitting some single notes. We're going to come up and do a G sharp here at the 4th fret of the E, and we just hit that and hold that. Alright, and then we follow that by doing 6, 5 on the A. Alright, and following that, we get back into our verse pattern. And we can add a few little things like this, where we do our normal thing, the slide up to 5 from the open, 3, 5, But here, after we hit that 3 on the D, we can add a little something up here where we go 5, 6, 5, 3 on the D. Okay, just an extra little something you can toss in there once you get to like that second verse or what have you. Alright, just some extra fun stuff. Alright, so let me just kind of play this up to speed for you now. Alright, and once we get to the chorus, it's pretty basic. We're just kind of hitting a couple of notes. Just some D notes here at the 5 of the A. You just kind of want to hit them together, rest. Hit them together, rest. Alright, now getting into some of the guitar sections. The intro part here. And you can take this intro and essentially just, you know, add a bunch of feedback and just some loose improv with this, and that'll pretty much carry you through the solo. It's all, you know, a lot of just improv stuff for the soloing. The intro here kind of has a signature bit to it though, so we'll get into this where it's going to start here on the B string, 4th fret, hit it a couple times, slide it down to 3. Okay, and you want that trippy effect on there, and like a doubled effect with a bunch of you know, fuzz, distortion, all that. I'll leave you all the links for the effects I use in the description if you want to check them out. Okay, so we'll be at that 3 on the B, and now we're going to jump between the 1st on the G, 3B, back to 1st on the G. Okay, take that 3 on the B, slide it up to 5, back down to 3. And then finish on that 1st of the G. Okay, so a lot of the guitar, it's based around this G sharp chord here where it's just a bunch of G sharps and Ds. Okay, like that really nasty sounding chord. Okay, so just a heads up with that. And like for this intro, you just get it up to tempo, nice and simple. Alright, and then once we get to the end of the verse, and most verse ends here, we pick through this funky G sharp chord. Alright, so essentially using those same notes, that'll be repeated through much of the song. 1st on the G, 3 on the B, and 4 on the E. Okay, just G sharps and Ds. Alright, we'll hit that G string here, the 1st on the, and go from there, hit the E, B, and then kind of repeat that about 4 times. So it'd be like this. Okay, G, E, B. Okay, then we just take that same shape and we're going to bring that all the way up to 7th fret. Okay, so we got 7 on the G, 9 on the B, 10 on the E, and just pick that the same way. Alright, for the second verse, and this also happens at the outro, we're kind of just going to pick through that funky G sharp chord that we've been playing with for a lot here. Same deal, we're 1st on the G, 4 on the E, 3 on the B, but we're just going to pick it a little differently now. And I just like to use my fingers on this, it makes it a little easier. Okay, so we just hit the 1st on the G, and then quickly we do 4E, 3B. Okay, hit that 1st on the G, and now we hit the 3B, 4E together. Okay, just a couple times, and then cut it. Alright, and then just before that measures out, we hit that again, and then just repeat. Okay, so slowly it'd be something like this. Okay, and you just want to get that up to tempo. Okay, Okay, I'll show you the picking hand here. Alright, and we do that a few times, and then we'll finish that by just switching that bass note that we're hitting on the first of the G. Okay, we'll start at the same, where we do 1, 4E, 3B. Then we just take that 1, bring it up to 2, and then pick it the same way. Now we're going to do 2, 4E, 3B, back to the 1, okay, and then just open. Okay, so slowly that looks something like this. Alright, and it's just a quick thing that just gets reeled off, so it sounds like this. Alright, so just shifting that bass note, but just picking that 4E, 3B in the middle of each one. Alright, so I'll just play this whole thing up to speed for you now. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.